Yo, what's cracking, peeps? Your boy T Money up in the heezy. It is Tuesday night. Hope everybody's doing well, having a good week so far. Just a quick little update. I got a bunch of things in the mail over the last 2 days, so I wanted to share them with you guys. So let's get right into this. I've opened everything up for time's sake, so it is what it is there. We'll start with the DVD. I think I got one DVD here. This is Rock and Roll Nightmare. If you guys haven't seen this movie, what are you doing? Check it out. Black Roses, Rock and Roll Nightmare, Demons, rock and roll, the whole fucking shebang. I mean, it's great. Thor is like, it's just such a cheesy flick, but it's great. I don't honestly know why I grabbed this release because I came kind of prepared tonight too, guys. I do have this release. All right, so to be honest, this is from Amazon Germany, and when I ordered it, I thought it was a media book, so I was completely wrong. I should have known because the price of this was like £14 shipped, and media books are usually like 30. So after comparing and contrasting the releases, I would definitely say this is superior. This is a great release. This has been out since 2006, so it's an old release. I haven't turned this one on yet. It is PAL. This one's all region. So, but I would say, based on the packaging alone, you get a really nice slipcover with the Synapse release, and this is US release. So if you're not PAL or all region, don't get this one. I am kind of curious to check the cutout on this though, because it's so much newer. I mean, this came out in 2006. This came out in 2018. I'm not sure if this is just like Germany getting their first release ever of this film. It appeared that way. So I don't know. I don't know how the transfers compare. But I do remember the Synapse release being just fine. So a little disappointed with that. I was expecting a media book and I got a German DVD. But whatever, it's a great film, so I don't really feel that bad about it. Next up, I'll just show you guys real quick. I don't know why I grabbed this. Well, okay, so Gore Forever told me that FYE had an exclusive of this film. I just recently talked about how I grabbed the Target exclusive, and then I grabbed the Best Buy Steelbook. I already had the Disney release of this movie on Blu-ray. And so I'm obviously a huge fan of this film, so I decided to grab it, but upon getting the actual release, it's like a J card, no slipcover, basically just a re-release of the film. You do get some glow-in-the-dark postcards inside. I don't really give a shit about that, to be honest. So, yeah, poo-poo, FYE. This is a shitty release. So, whatever. I'll probably just keep it sealed and never, ever watch it and sell it one day because I really don't need that release. It's essentially the same as the Disney release, I think. There are hardly any special features on it. Pretty sure they're the same. Well, there's a few, but deleted scenes, cast crew commentary, but pretty sure it's all ported over from the Disney release. So this is basically the Disney release. Add a J card and 4 glow-in-the-dark cards, and you've got an exclusive. Bullshit. Total gimmick. Don't know why I grabbed that. Next up, we have Lady Frankenstein. This movie, I actually showed you guys recently. I grabbed the Nucleus limited edition with the slipcover. It was like a slip box type deal. I told you this was coming. I love this company, Nucleus. They put out some really cool, obscure UK films and stuff recently. But I've never seen this one. It sounds batshit insane. Basically, a take on the Frankenstein subgenre of film. Joseph Cotton, Rosambi Neri, Paul Mueller, Peter Whiteman, Herbert Fuchs, Mickey Hargitay. Filmed by Mel. It's a crazy fucking take on the Frankenstein story. Basically, I think you've got these people. Who is it? Monster A-Go-Go up in the castle. Baron Frankenstein and his laboratory assistant Charles Marshall. They piece together a monster, and then they insert this brain of like a serial killer or a maniac inside the monster. The monster comes to life, starts wreaking havoc on the town, basically. All the while, you have the beautiful, I think, Frankenstein's glamorous daughter teams up with Charles to continue her father's crackpot experiments. So you've got the monster that they created running amok in the town, destroying people, coming back, trying to seek vengeance on those who Frankenstein's daughter, or I'm sorry, Baron Frankenstein and Dr. Charles and and I guess he's trying to seek vengeance on them for resurrecting him. I don't know. It's crazy. It's batshit insane sounding, but it sounds kind of fun. So if any of you guys have seen Lady Frankenstein, let me know your thoughts. It seems like we have two different things going on here in this film. So, yeah, I'm psyched to check it out for sure. And it's got Rosalby Neri, who's in Devil's Wedding Night, Paul Muller from Nightmare Castle, and Mickey Hargitay from Bloody Pit of Horror. I've never seen Bloody Pit of Horror. But apparently it's got a new... Well, it does. See Lady Frankenstein like never before. Stunningly resurrected from original negatives in a brand new 2K restoration. Very proud to present the complete and restored director's cut. Plus the American theatrical versions packed with bonus special features. So, Lady Frankenstein. And this is Region B. And there are a bunch of special features if you guys want to pause that. Take a look for yourselves. Go right for it. Next up is a Fulci film that I've never seen before. Perversion Story. Not really my, the typical Fulci that I like, the gore, Godfather of gore style special effects, I guess. Apparently, I haven't seen this movie, but apparently there's not, it's not very gory. It's more of a thriller, like sex thriller type movie. San Francisco, 1969, a husband, a wife, a girlfriend, and all the emotions in between. So apparently this guy, this rich doctor, his wife dies, and then he's seen in the town with this stripper who is has a stunning resemblance to his wife. So, people, well, first, I guess the townspeople are very skeptical as to whether or not this guy killed his wife, and then, I don't know, I guess it adds an element of mystery in it. But apparently the only gore sequence in the film is that of a corpse in a morgue. So there's not really, Fulci's famous for his gore, obviously. So I think this predates most of his gore flicks. It's 73 or 74, I think. I believe. I could be wrong. But it's an earlier Fulci flick for sure. Beautiful release as well. Limited edition of 1,000 numbered copies, as you can see on the back. This is a Mondo Macabre release. I think it's the first release that has a slipcover. Usually you just get the red case, but looks like they're joining the slip game as well. So I'm excited to check this one out, though. I'm sure, I've actually heard for a Fulci film, the acting in this is pretty top-notch as well. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm sure it's a sexy film, but we'll find out, I guess. Perversion Story. Next up, we have a German release, and it stars Jim Brown, Christopher George, and Richard Ely. I love Christopher George. This movie, I think it means I Escaped from Devil's Island, and it's basically an exploitation, I think a 60s or 70s exploitation film, basically about these inmates that escape from Devil's Island, and apparently they run into a group of lepers and I guess I don't know, these badass women, tribal women or something, I don't know, but they're escaping from Devil's Island, which is cool. So I guess, I don't know if it uses reference to the actual Devil's Island. I think so. It takes place on the Devil's Island that was famous for brutally housing inmates, I don't know, in the 70s or 60s, whatever. But it's cool. I love Christopher George. He plays a psychotic criminal. He's one of the guys that gets away, so awesome. It looks like a very, very 60s, 70s exploitation-esque island film, but it's not horror. It's Escape from Devil's Island type. So cool. I'm excited for that. I don't know if this movie... Again, I think the U.S. title, I Escaped from Devil's Island, I don't think it's ever been released on Blu-ray in the U.S. I could be wrong. Let me know if I am. But it makes its German debut, so that's awesome. And last but not least, I have the new, the September package, which is really exciting, from the best company out there. Vinegar Syndrome, in my opinion. I love them. I've never heard of this movie, Memoirs with Miss Aggie, excuse me. I don't really know what it's about. A woman commits suicide, and she is brought back. I don't know. She faces the devil, and the devil brings her back. I don't know. I don't know. I briefly read up on it. It got a good rating on IMDb, but I don't know. I don't know what to expect on that one. The other two, though, I'm really excited for. We have Body Melt, of course, Scorpion released this movie, and this is such a fantastic release. This is actually a slipcover, and it's got the letters are cut out, so underneath. I'm not going to pull it out because I have it wrapped in my cellophane, but beautiful release, alternate cover artwork, tons of special features, really awesome slipcover. Great movie. This movie always reminds me, I always mix this movie up historically with the movie that was released by Synapse, with Viper, Street Trash. Street Trash and Body Melt are like two movies. They're one and the same. They're very similar, you know, dealing with townsfolk getting, taking a drug that mutates their bodies, and awesome gore effects. Most of you guys have probably seen this one, but the back it says, "Warning, the following feature may be hazardous to your health. Common reactions are hallucinations, glandular issues, and or your face melting off." So it's really awesome. Great release. Awesome movie. I can't wait to visit that too in high def. So, because I don't think, other than the Scorpion release, there was a German DVD I think that came out a while ago, but I don't think there was a US Blu-ray. I think that's the first one. So awesome. And then last but certainly not least, we have The House on Tombstone Hill. Love this movie so much. It's a trauma film, also known as Dead Dudes in the House. The cover artwork, the alternate cover artwork, I think is like, it's one of the worst covers I've ever seen. But come to find out, I think it's like a theatrical artwork. I don't think it was Vinegar Syndrome, like newly commissioned artwork or anything like that. But it's horrible. It looks like a 1990s like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air like cutout of a bunch of. It's just horrible. It's so goofy looking. You guys may have seen it. It's, fuck it. I'll show you guys. But this movie's awesome. If you haven't seen, I know the movie is Dead Dudes in the House, but the House on Tombstone Hill, check it out. It's great. The granny in this movie is so classic. Such a classic character. She definitely steals the show. But yeah, isn't that awful? It reminds me of like a Friends cover or something. It's so bad. My apologies for the blur, but movie is awesome. Cheesy as all hell. The dialogue is great. And basically it's about this group of friends, like 8 or 9 friends. One of them is buying a house, renovating a house. They move out there. Within the first 5 minutes of the film, they desecrate a grave. It brings back the spirit of this granny, and it's all sorts of crazy. It involves the possessions. It's like a zombie film meets psychotic granny murdering kids, horny teens type deal. It's awesome. Love it. Super cheesy, great special effects, horrible dialogue, all the, the goodness of the I think it's a 90s film. It is. It's early 90s, but it's so 80s. I mean, so anyway, awesome. So awesome, guys. That's it. That's everything I got today. Also, anybody looking to buy this, let me know. Trying to get rid of it, trying to trim down on some space. So I do have a copy of Crimes of Passion. Excellent release as well from Arrow Films. And Retro Horror, if you're watching this, I'm still waiting on, probably should have just messaged you, but I'm still waiting on the films coming in. So once I get them in, we'll figure out a deal. They're definitely yours. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you soon with another update. Have a great night. Peace.